everyone. Thanks so much for tuning back into Now Boarding. This is episode 2. As a reminder, my name is Sarah Carr. I am your host. And today with me, I'm thrilled to have Joy Troon from Classic Travel, longtime owner of Classic Travel, which was recently acquired by Conlin Travel. So welcome, Joy.
Thank you, Sarah. Thanks for having me. I'm anxious to share.
Great. Thank you so much for being on. We're so excited to have you. And even have you as a part of our team. You're such a wealth of knowledge, and leisure travel is your bread and butter. So I'm excited to kind of pick your brain today and share some valuable information with everyone. So you know the rules. It's 3 minutes and 3 questions. So if you're ready, we'll dive in.
All right, let's go.
Okay. So one of the things we're hearing a lot these days is just a lot of uncertainty with travelers and kind of the misinformation and just not really knowing the regulations and what might be open or what's not open. So there's a little bit of hesitation, but I know you've had clients that have traveled throughout this pandemic. So with their feedback, is there any misconceptions about travel that they've really been able to squash?
Well, I think the value of being open through the pandemic, like Conlin and Classic Travel, so that we could stay in touch with our customers, our airline partners, our hotel partners, gave us great knowledge to be able to share with everyone. And flying was the first big thing. And now that folks have been flying, we've had people flying since the country opened up. And the trepidation people had before has really changed, because the science, as well as the feedback from our clients, is that you feel more comfortable traveling on an airplane than you do in a grocery store or eating indoors in a restaurant. Mm-hmm. So that's really helped people get to the point that they're really comfortable and ready to go.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. And that's great feedback. Another thing kind of along that same line is, as you've sent travelers to different locations, what would you recommend as your top locations currently for US travelers if they're looking to travel outside of the continental US?
Well, I think that Mexico and the Dominican Republic are the 2 destinations that have been the most agreeable to having US tourists enter. Therefore, they didn't require any testing going in, and they still don't. Except as of January the 26th, they now require, the US government requires everyone have a negative COVID test coming in from any international flight. So therefore, we partnered only with hotels and vendors that will supply free on-site testing and accommodation should someone test positive. Mm-hmm. But because of that, a lot of working people are in a position where they can't really afford to test positive and not get back. That's when we started selling a lot of the US territories, Puerto Rico and the US Virgin Islands. We've had several people go to St. Croix, several people going to Puerto Rico, which is a wonderful destination. And I know it's not offshore or it's not international, but Hawaii's also becoming a great destination. And Sarah, people really need to have a connection to a travel agency, because there are forms involved, there's testing, there's tracking, and we walk them through the entire process. So our clients are having really rich experiences, and we're able to tap down some of that anxiety. We've also had folks, if you don't mind me listing some of the places, Costa Rica, Belize, Cabo, Puerto Vallarta, Cancun, the Riviera Maya, St. Lucia, Jamaica. So we've had folks in all those destinations and had great experiences.
That's awesome to hear, because I think people think their options are so much more limited than they are. So it's great to hear. And as more places open up, we continue to send people to new places. So the more we learn, right? So
yeah, I just did an elaborate Croatia custom itinerary this morning for a client who's going in May.
Oh, that's fantastic. Look forward to hearing how that goes.
Yeah.
So you touched on this a little bit, but the last question is, I would love to hear in your own words, Joy, what is really the true value of booking with a travel consultant now more than ever?
Well, and Sarah, I've been at this longer than I'd like to admit, which is 40 years. And there's never been a time that there's more information that needs to be gleaned when you're traveling. And it's really surprising to me because, like Clamlin Travel, we've been here throughout the pandemic, but the questions that you get. Yesterday, someone asked me if they needed to test to fly domestically. So even what's the entire travel experience requires great professional help. And not only that, but when you're in destination, you really want to be connected to someone. And it's been a challenging time to be a travel agent, but also very rewarding.
Yes, absolutely. Well, that's fantastic, Joy. Thank you so much for your insight. That's all the time we've got for today. So until next time, I really appreciate you being here.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Merci, aloha, and arrivederci.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody.